Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast. I'm George, and I've been in and around the gym business for about 30 years now.
And I'm Bonnie. Same here. 30 years navigating this fantastic, always changing industry. We're really glad you could join us today.
Yeah, whether you own a gym, you operate one, maybe you're just starting out as an entrepreneur, or you're a personal trainer on the floor, this is for you.
Definitely. Today we're diving into a really insightful white paper. It's from jthomas, who many of you probably know as a top gym business expert.
Right, and our goal here is pretty straightforward. Pull out the practical, actionable stuff from this paper. You know, the tips you can actually use in your gym, like tomorrow.
Jim kicks things off with a really strong point. You know those gyms that just seem to have it all figured out? Busy classes, sales are humming, great energy.
Yeah, the ones you walk into and just feel it.
Exactly. He argues their secret weapon isn't some amazing location or just pure luck. It's intentional, structured staff training, deeply embedded.
That really hits home. He compares that to, well, so many other gyms where training is kind of hit or miss. Maybe it only happens when there's a fire to put out.
Right. It gets treated like a chore, something you have to do sometimes, instead of, a core part of how the business runs and grows.
And the main idea he puts forward, which just makes so much sense, is that training needs to be like fitness itself. If you want results, it's got to be consistent. It needs to be progressive, building over time. And it has to have a clear purpose. It's not just a one-time meeting.
It's a discipline. That's a great way to put it.
So let's get into the meat of it. We're going to unpack the training habits and the session formats that jthomas identified in these really high-performing gyms.
And the idea here, based on the paper, is that if you adopt these, it can genuinely help you boost your revenue, cut down on that frustrating staff turnover, and really build that positive, high-energy team culture we all want.
Okay, first up, why do so many gyms kind of struggle in this area compared to the top performers?
Well, Jim points to a common pattern. Maybe sales have stalled out, retention numbers are slipping, staff seem a bit disconnected.
Yeah, not really engaged.
Exactly. And often, if you trace it back, the root cause is a simple lack of structure in their training, or maybe no real training at all.
It's like trying to get fit without a plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might, lift a weight here and there, but you won't build real strength or see consistent change. Same idea with staff skills if there's no structure.
Perfect analogy. And on the flip side, in those top gyms, the results are obvious because training is a priority. Think about it. Their front desk person isn't just checking IDs.
No, they're having conversations, maybe upselling smoothly.
Right. And the sales team, they're not just reading off a price sheet. They're connecting with people, presenting value, and closing confidently.
And this is huge. The trainers are building real loyalty. That means members stick around longer, and they bring their friends. Referrals happen naturally.
And the managers, they're not just dealing with problems. They're actually coaching their teams, looking at the numbers, helping people improve proactively.
Yeah. And the paper is really clear that difference isn't magic. It's strategy. It's measurable. It's a cultural commitment to developing their people.
It's just baked into how they operate, day in and day out.
So how do they actually do that? How does it become part of the culture? The paper details 5 core training habits. These are like the non-negotiables for top teams.
Okay, habit number 1, weekly training. No exceptions. Sounds basic, maybe, but it's the foundation.
Just like your clients need that regular workout schedule.
Exactly. Your staff needs that regular skills workout to grow. The best gyms make time for training every single week, period. No excuses.
And the tip here is simple. Schedule it. Put it in the calendar like it's your most critical appointment. Call it Sales Workout Wednesday or whatever works. Lock it down.
Because honestly, for growing your business, it probably is your most critical appointment.
Good point. Okay, habit 2. Role play real scenarios. This is where the rubber meets the road.
It's not enough to just talk about handling a tough objection or selling personal training. You have to actually practice it.
So running through things like dealing with that prospect who's on the fence or handling a member complaint calmly and effectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or practicing how to ask for a referral without feeling awkward. Walking someone through the benefits, not just the features. All of it.
And the key is to assign roles, right? Someone plays the staff member, someone plays the member or prospect.
Yeah, and switch it up. Let everyone experience both sides. Then, crucially, give immediate, specific feedback. That's how you build confidence and that muscle memory, so they react well under pressure.
Makes sense. Habit 3. 1 skill per session. Don't try to boil the ocean in one training meeting.
Oh, definitely not. That just overwhelms people and nothing sticks. The idea is to pick one specific skill and really focus on it. Master that before you move on.
And the paper gives good examples like really nailing those lead follow-up calls or perfecting the gym tour so it highlights benefits, not just equipment.
Or practicing how to upsell PT or supplements naturally. Asking for referrals right at the point of sale. Even handling that I need to freeze my membership conversation effectively.
All critical touch points. And a smart tip from the paper is using a monthly skill focus.
Yeah, like maybe June is all about referral mastery. Then July focuses on handling price objections. You build your weekly sessions around that theme.
Keeps things focused.
Oh.
Okay, habit 4. Use data to drive training.
This is about being smart with your efforts. Your KPIs, your key numbers aren't just for reports. They tell you what to train and who needs help.
So looking at things like your sales closing percentage, how many tours actually convert to memberships?
Exactly. Or member retention rates may be broken down by which staff member interacts with them most.
Okay.
PT upsell rates, renewal rates, those numbers tell a story.
And they show you where the skill gaps are.
Right. And here's a culture tip tied to this. Use the data for good. Celebrate the wins publicly. Recognize people hitting great numbers.
But for the areas needing improvement,
Use it as a signal for coaching and support.
Wow.
It's about development, not just pointing out flaws.
love that. Okay, final habit number 5. Bring energy, not just information.
Yes. Nobody learns well when they're bored to tears. Training sessions need to be engaging, get people moving, make it interactive, maybe even a little fun.
Inject some friendly competition. Recognition.
Absolutely. The paper suggests starting sessions with something like a win round, let staff share a small victory or positive interaction from the week.
Nice. Boost morale right away.
And maybe end with a quick challenge or a game related to the skill you just practiced. Keep that energy up. Don't let it become a dull lecture.
Okay, so those are the 5 key habits. But what about structuring the actual training time? Jim Thomas lays out 3 formats that work well.
Right, practical structures you can use. Format 1 is the 15-minute power session.
15 minutes sounds tight.
It is, but it's designed for those super busy weeks.
Yep.
And it can be really effective if you stick to the structure.
Right.
Simple. 5 minutes of focused teaching or review on one skill. Then 10 minutes of intense role play on that specific skill. Quick, sharp, repetitive.
Okay, I can see that working. Format 2.
The weekly skills workshop. This is your more substantial session, maybe 30 to 60 minutes, allows for a deeper dive.
So more time for practice and feedback.
Exactly. The agenda usually includes reviewing the core topic, then plenty of time for role-playing, maybe in pairs or small groups, followed by really good feedback, and maybe setting some individual improvement goals for the week.
And there was a tip about rotating leadership.
Yeah, that's a great one. Let different team members lead the workshop sometimes. It gets them more bought in, and it's fantastic for developing future leaders in your gym.
Smart. And the 3rd format.
The monthly all-hands energizer. This one's a bit different. It's about bringing everyone together, sales, front desk, trainers, everyone.
So less about specific skill drills and more about alignment, culture.
Precisely. It's a chance for company-wide recognition, maybe some fun contests or raffles, previewing upcoming promotions, sharing strategy updates. It also helps different departments understand each other better, builds that unified team feel.
Got it. The paper also touches on what to train, the actual topics. Seems like they fall into 3 main buckets.
Yeah, basically. Sales training, service training, and retention training. Those are the big levers.
So for sales, we're talking things like mastering the tour, handling objections, asking for referrals effectively.
Yep. Presenting value, presenting price clearly, follow-up strategies, all that good stuff.
And service training. That's the member experience, right?
Totally. Greeting people by name, positive body language, how to handle complaints professionally, maybe creating little wow moments for members, even phone and text etiquette.
And then retention training may be the most important one.
Arguably, yes. This covers things like proactive member check-ins, tracking and celebrating member milestones, maybe automated birthday messages.
Making sure trainers are really connecting with their clients.
Absolutely. That trainer-member bond is crucial. And having a plan for members who freeze or let their membership lapse, getting them back in, training on these specific things drives huge results.
There's also this idea of a culture bonus in the paper, making training a badge of honor.
Yeah, I love this point. In the best gyms, training isn't seen as something for people who are messing up. It's celebrated. It's seen as an opportunity.
And everyone participates, including the managers, the owner.
Critically important, leadership has to be involved. Leading by example, it shows training matters.
And they suggest a simple recognition system.
Doesn't have to be fancy. Things like closer of the week, if someone nails a sales skill in practice. Or retention rock star for great member follow-up.
Maybe most improved communicator based on role-play feedback. Or best tour execution.
Exactly. Little recognitions that celebrate progress and effort. The tip is to reward the participation and the improvement, not just perfection. That builds that growth mindset.
So tying it all together, what's the big payoff for doing all this consistently?
Well, according to the paper, and frankly, our own experience, it's huge. You get staff who are way more confident, more proactive.
Which leads to higher sales close rates, right?
Definitely. And better member retention, people stick around longer. Team morale improves drastically. And ultimately, you get happier members.
And happier members mean a healthier bottom line. It
Right.
all connects back to a more profitable gym for you, the owner or operator.
No question. Which leads directly to the call to action from the white paper. It's simple and urgent.
Build your training calendar now.
Today.
Don't put it off.
Yeah.
Block out just 30 minutes this week. Pick one topic, just one to start. Maybe it's how to ask for referrals at the point of sale.
Okay, pick one topic. Then what?
Schedule that first session.
Yeah.
Put it on the calendar. Make it real. And then this is the absolute key. Commit to doing it consistently. Every week, make it a ritual.
Just like the paper says, it's like fitness, isn't it? Results don't come from one workout. They come from showing up consistently with intention.
That applies just as much to training your team as it does to training your members. Which leaves us with kind of a challenging thought to ponder, right?
Yeah, a really provocative question based on everything we've discussed. If training really is the heartbeat of performance in a successful gym, if it's as essential for business results as exercise is for physical results,
Then what's the the hidden cost of not making training a consistent, intentional part of your gym's culture?
something definitely worth thinking about for anyone serious about growing their business.
Absolutely. The insights from Jim Thomas's white paper make a powerful case. Consistent, structured training isn't just nice to have, it's fundamental.
And look, if setting all this up feels a bit overwhelming or you want guidance tailored to your specific gym and team,
Jim Thomas has helped hundreds of gyms do exactly this. He's got deep experience in building these systems.
you can reach out to him directly for a consultation. His number is 214-629-7223.
That's 214-629-7223. Or you can shoot him an email at jthomas@fmconsulting.net.
His website also has resources, www.fmconsulting.net.
So the big takeaway, train your team like you train your members with focus, consistency, and purpose.
Do that, and your gym's potential for growth is truly significant.